All right, welcome back to our third edition of the QGrid Elite setup. So we've had a new strategy. QGrid Elite has been released for Ninjatrader, and I want to make instructional videos for all of the different modes so everyone understands how to use these different strategies and what all the settings mean. So as always, blank chart. This is in Q, and this is a 10-10-35 Q Renko chart. So we are going to hit the strategies button, and then we're going to add the QGrid Elite Strat. I'm going to double click that so it pops into my configured box, which just means that it's going to add it to the chart here. I'm going to hit apply. You can see it up in the top left. And then for trading mode, I'm going to change this to add scalper. So there's two different ad scalpers. There's ad scalper and ad scalper ATM. The only difference is how it makes the trades. So ad scalper uses internal strategy managed orders, like any other strategy. Ad scalper ATM points to your chart's ATM strategy, which you set down here. So if I had this on ATM, I would be going down to the scalper settings and I would change the ATM strategy to whatever I wanted it to be. It doesn't really matter, but whatever you pick is your choice. So that's pretty much all you would have to do to set up the ad scalper ATM. So that's all I'm going to talk about on it. It's pretty intuitive. It's not difficult. Um, So we're going to go to Ad Scalper, and we're going to talk about Ad Scalper today. So starting at the top, time parameters, like we always talk about, trading hour restriction here. Turn it on if you want to restrict your trading to these two numbers. So this would be your range starting at 9 a.m. I'm going to change it to 8 because that's what I run. And then trading range end is around 4 p.m. And I have never had it go that far. It either hits my profit target or my stop loss, and it's done for the day. Restrict lunch trading, turn that on, and it will not trade in between these two numbers. So if we have an 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and we wanted to restrict the time for lunch whenever everyone is out for lunch and not trading, the volume's kind of lower. So we could check this box and it would stop trading at 11 a.m. and it would start trading again at 12:30 p.m. Next one is force close. You can force close at your trading range end, which is this number up here, that 4 p.m., whatever you set that to. You can don't force close, which means it will stay in the trade until you close it at the end of the day. And then force close at custom time. If you selected that, you would just put in a custom time here, and then it would exit as soon as it hits that time. Um, Directional settings that you can do both long or short. We've already done trading mode. We're skipping over always in settings. We're skipping over scaling settings, and we're going to get into scalper settings. So there are two different ways of doing this. You can use a static take profit and stop loss, or you can use a dynamic, which will exit as soon as we'll get into it in a minute, but it'll exit as soon as the HA series turns the opposite direction and closes a bar. That's good for long trends. It's not as good for kind of ranges because that can really fluctuate and kind of stop you out in weird spots. So for today, we're going to use static because that's what I typically run. If you want to use dynamic, go for it. That's all up to you. So static take profit. This is our profit in ticks. So right now it's at 16 ticks, which is 4 points of NQ. And then we have a stop loss multiplier of 2. So our take profit is 16 ticks with a stop loss multiplier of 2. Our stop loss would be 32 ticks. ATM strategy we're skipping over because we have this set to ad scalper, not ad scalper ATM. P&L calc mode, there are two different ones in here. You can use strategy or account. Strategy will allow you to be able to go into back test or forward test, whatever you want to do, optimize, whatever you want to do inside a Ninjatrader. You can't do that in account mode because account mode actually has to take the trades to be able to account for that profit or loss. One drawback of using strategy would be if you start late. So if we start at 9 o'clock, and our strategy was supposed to start at 8 o'clock, but we activated it at 9 o'clock. Strategy will take any trades that should have happened in that time period and add them to your P&L calc for the day. Um, I honestly, it doesn't really matter. Both of them have their advantages and disadvantages. I typically leave it on strategy, I guess. I think account might be a little bit more accurate just because it's using the actual account values, but you don't get to back test and do all the other stuff. It just doesn't work like that. So max daily profit, like always, this is your maximum daily profit for the day. We're not even going to run with these because I just want to show you what it looks like. Max loss, that is how much you're willing to lose for the day. Use trailing daily stop loss. This is kind of an advanced feature. Say we had this turned on. Activation is at 0, so it's always activated. It will allow you to lose up to $500 from your maximum profit for the day. So if your maximum profit that's unrealized and realized goes up to say 1,000, and then you start losing, it will kick you out whenever you have lost $500. So change that however you want to. Trailing activation, this just delays when this starts. So if you had it set to 250 and your maximum profit was at 249 for the day, it would not activate, and it would be looking either like right now, we could lose an unlimited amount, or if we had this checked, we could lose up to $500 for the day. But once it hits that 250, then it activates and it will only allow you to lose this much. But we're not going to use that today. Limit number of trades. If this was checked, it would restrict you to only take the amount of trades that you have in this box. So since we are on the add scalper, it would allow you to take 3 scalps and then you're done. So we're not going to do that today either. That's up to you. That limits your loss, kind of like the J12 strategy. He's 3 and out for the day. That's the same thing. Next is QGrid parameters. This allows you to change the way that the QGrid functions. There's another video you can watch to show you how to do that, show you what each of those means. Feel free to go for it. Everything after that is just account and how stuff works. All right, so let's see. Let's make sure we have everything right. So our trading restriction, I start at 8. Like we have our market replay at 8:01. There's not an add dot here, so it's fine. 4 p.m. is when it stops. It doesn't really matter. That is fine. Doesn't matter any of this stuff. This matters. 16. We're just gonna see how it does. I have no idea if this is going to make money or not on where I'm at on this market replay, but it's going to take some trades and that's what we want. So I'm going to hit OK and it's enabled here. All right. So the last add dot was at 741, which is outside of our trading zone. Now we are going to allow it to take trades. I'm going to hit plus and it's at 10x. Maybe. I think that's kind of, yeah, that's kind of fast. All right, so there it's in. It's placed our managed stop loss, which it looks like it's, yep, there it's already hit it. So we're down $160 already. So we can turn this up because it's not going to take another trade until the next add dot. So the HA trend is still going down. So we're looking for it to turn and go up. And we need 4 or 5 bars. So if it comes down again, it will take a trade. So we're just going to allow this to play around a little bit. I'm going to continue turning it up and turning it down. Okay, so we had a Q-grid bias flip, and now it's looking bull. So we're going to be taking long entries now. So it's not going to take anything on the flip because this is an ad scalper. So we're looking for these dots here. So our HA2 line is still going up. There it's turned. That's not enough to signify, or yep, that's enough. There we go. All right. So if this goes up, it's going to take a trade. If it does not, um, it's going to go down and flip again, which is fine. We're just going to take this as it goes. All right, so I'm running now at about 20 seconds per second. It's getting kind of close to that step MA line. So, yep, it's going to flip again, maybe. Running this on a 15 second per second is kind of quick for a ad scalper, but I'll try to slow it down whenever it looks like there's going to be a trade. 50 seconds per second, that's quite fast. But it hasn't turned up yet, so it doesn't. Oh, there we go. So there's one dot, or I'm sorry, one HA2, 3, 4. All right, so now we can get an add dot. If it goes down, we'll get another add dot and it'll enter a trade. So I'm on 4x. I'm going to start slowing it down some more. All right, so we're running real time now. So it's taken its entry here. We have our stop loss up here. Looks like it's going to stop out again. It stopped out again. So we're down 320 bucks. That's okay. But it's showing you the function, and that's what I wanted to do. I'd rather show you the function of it than sit here and pick a time that I know it's just going to win, because that's no strategy is going to win 100% of the time. You are going to have days where you get stopped out. All right, so it's taken another. There's our 16 tick profit target. Here's our 32 tick because we're on a 2x multiplier. So technically we're down 4 profit targets. So there's one of those. So this number will recalculate whenever we close the bar. I'm going to turn it up here. As while this is going, there are settings that I do have on our shared settings spreadsheet. If you go to Discord, you can find that in Ninja Training, the channel at the bottom of the channel lists. Then if you go there, you can see all of the settings that I'm running. You are more than welcome to try them out yourself. I want to make sure, please try them out on a sim account. Don't just go straight to an eval. Try them out on a sim account. Get used to them, feel comfortable with them, and then take trades with them. I don't want anyone ever to go straight to an eval with my settings. Make sure that you understand how it's trading before you take that risk. All right, so maybe another entry here. Perfect. And it's already out. Perfect. So we had our profit target there. We're halfway back. And this would just continue going. Since we don't have any profit targets or stop losses, it's going to continue going until the end of the time range. But if it did hit, if you had a profit target built in, it would lock it out. So your okay to trade would be equal to false. And then it would lock you out and wouldn't take any trades for the rest of the session. But we don't have it set up like that because I just wanted to show you the functionality of it. All right, so I think we're going to end it there instead of just sitting here watching, waiting for trades to happen our way. All right, so this strategy is available to you if you want to try it out. Feel free to go for it. If you have questions, please ping me on Discord and I will answer whatever I am capable to. If you are not a member of QuantVue and you want to try this out, you want to sign up for a month. Right now, QuantVue is having a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you try this out for that 30 days and you are not satisfied, you can ask for a full refund with no questions asked. So to do that, you go to quantvue.io and you sign up for your first day or for your first month. Once you do that, this will become available to you and you get to play with it and make money with it, hopefully.